The Bloody Band of Panda Murderers.
Once upon a time, there were pandas. One of the pandas was cute. The others were ugly.
The ugly ones jumped into a portal and turned into ugly cats. They didn't know about people.
The cute panda was eating in the tree. When the people came and got him, they took him away and sent him to jail.
Because he had eaten their rice.
In jail, the cute pandas found the ugly cats. They had gone to jail for scratching people.
The cute panda had chainsaws hidden in his boots and chopped up an ugly cat.
Because the ugly cat tried to scratch him.
The other ugly cats broke out of jail and escaped to Australia on a plane. They found a kitty song and transformed themselves into half panda, half cat, but all cute.
The cat pandas went for a swim in the ocean. Sharks snuck up on the cat pandas and ate half of them.
The cat half. A unicorn came from the sky and fixed up the pandas. But it also accidentally turned them into evil red-eyed pandas. The evil red-eyed pandas ripped the unicorn to shreds with their sharp claws.
During the fight, the biggest red-eyed panda drowned.
The rest of them swam across the ocean, back to jail where the cute panda was locked up.
The cute panda was just finishing eating the ugly cat that he had just chopped up.
The red-eyed pandas scratched at the iron bars and got the cute panda.
Together they became a band of bloody murderers and lived miserably ever after.
The worst dogs ever.
There were two dogs. They were hungry and walked into a stranded kitchen where they found dog food. Then someone came in and stabbed them with a sword.
Barely alive, the dogs ate the last of the dog food so they could be happy when they died. But instead of dying, they turned buff.
They were thirsty and went to the toilet to drink, where they spotted something that they couldn't quite make out.
It was a yellow stone. One of the dogs picked it up with its mouth.
And the dog began to fly. And it flew by and ate off its legs. The legs fell on the other dog below.
Into the dog's mouth, and its toenails poked out of the dog's throat.
The flying dog continued until he reached the moon, where he met the same person who had stabbed him earlier. The person threw cheese graters at the dog's head to grate its skin. The person was mad at the dogs because they have stolen her husband. In a crater on the moon, she found her husband's bones. That thing that happened on that girl's 7th birthday. A boy went to a birthday party. It was noisy, and there was no jumpy house or cake.
When the birthday girl opened her presents, they exploded. And the party became a crime scene.
The birthday girl kicked the boy out of the party because she thought the boy had made the presents explode. But it was really Zeus who filled the presents with exploding lightning bolts.
Though he was a god, Zeus did not know that the girl was also explosive.
Then Zeus himself came to the party to congratulate the girl on her 7th birthday.
Oh yeah, I think the girl made it pulled out a big stick of dynamite like 20 feet, and then she lit it. It go boom.
The dynamite blew up and destroyed what was left of the birthday party.
A girl started singing a crazy song.
My mama sold me to the zoo.
Since her birthday was destroyed, she threw a temper tantrum while singing. The tantrum was so loud that it could be heard from 100 miles away. Sometimes, when she threw tantrums, she would explode.
This time she didn't explode, but the sound of her tantrum killed the giraffe.
The other giraffes and the other animals in the giraffe family were so mad they launched a hamburger attack on the humans.
The girl saw the giraffes and the flying hamburgers. She decided to join them and throw hamburgers into the faces of other people.
Zeus tried to stop them, but he couldn't, because he didn't have enough kindness. The boy was happy because even though he was thrown out of the birthday party, he got to eat all the hamburgers on the playground.
There's not a single sandwich in this story.
Once there was an army of toilets,
And everything was made out of hats.
All of the hats were plaid, which meant that the toilets were plaid hat toilets.
A medieval army descended on the toilets that were not made out of hats.
the toilets were so scared that they barfed and slipped on the barf.
Some of the barf fell on a nuclear bomb, which made a nuclear barf bomb.
One of the medieval soldiers ran and fled to a cave to hide from the nuclear barf bomb.
The cave was actually the mouth of a giant hill monster.
The giant hill monster began shooting cucumbers from its nose.
But deep inside, the medieval soldier was a ginormous elf. The kind of elf that wielded swords and slashes stuff, not the pointy shoe kind that works for Santa.
From outside, the soldier heard a massive boom. Then barf covered their face.
And covered everything outside.
A huge cobra emerged in the distance and started to attack the giant hill monster. A unicorn jumped out of the giant cobra's mouth. That's when the elf realized that they were in the mouth of a giant hill monster.
As they were climbing out of the hill monster's mouth, the unicorn gets exploded by a bomb.
The giant hill monster stood up and knocked the toilets and the medieval soldiers into the wetlands.
It then tripped on the cobra, and the world became yet another hat design.
The dog that can read a book about bugs.
There was a dirty couple walking down the street.
They were going to a factory to turn their brains into robots.
But they headed the wrong way.
There was a planet that crashed into another planet.
At that very moment, one of the couple died.
A liquid came out of her brain and turned her partner into a doggy.
The dog found the factory and started reading The Gold Bug by Edgar Allan Poe.
He did not think it was spooky.
A mime walked by, he saw the dog reading. The mime thought the dog must have mind powers.
The mime started to mime. He tried to talk to the dog through miming.
When the dog did not reply, the mime kicked it and ran away. A giant spider came up from the ground and threw the dog into the factory.
The factory bully spotted the dog and he picked it up and licked it.
From out of the factory machines slivered a taco dragon that blew metal shoes at the bully.
One of the metal shoes bounced off the bully's fat belly and struck the dragon on the head,
causing the dragon to fall in love with the dog. The dragon picked up the dog and flew out the window. Boing.
The horse and the haunted house.
There was a spy.
It was a horse the size of an ant that wore glasses.
And it was in love with a house.
The house was purple with neon yellow dots. Because the horse was so small, the house did not know that the horse existed. One day, the door to the house was open. So the horse went and found 1,000 dead insects. He thought the house was haunted.
He was right. There is zombies and bubblegum ghosts inside.
The horse spy got a sword and killed all the zombies.
There was a huge lamp in the house. That was its eyeball.
The house finally saw the horse and said,
"Who are you? I've never seen you before."
The horse was too afraid to speak to the house
and just stared at the lamp.
The house realized the horse was a horse, and it was afraid of the horse because she once saw a movie called The Horse.
In which a horse kissed the house on the lips.
The house ordered the bubblegum ghost to take the horse away.
The bubblegum ghost shot bubblegum ghost babies at the horse and made dents in his skin.
The horse decided the house was mean. He left and ate carrots in a valley. When a note fell out of the sky that read, "Hello, this is a house. I am the queen of the haunted houses. Go away!"
Frightened and unsure of what to do, the horse sang a ballad, and the sound of his voice shattered his glasses.
The horse spent the rest of his days wandering around blind until at the age of 105, he fell off a cliff.